2 or 3 seconds.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Michigan women's soccer coverage here on WCBN Sports. My name is Charlie Brigham, and I'm joined by my co-host Daniel Thompson. How are you doing today, Daniel?
Doing pretty good. It's a chilly day here in Ann Arbor. Glad that we are in the cozy press box, but excited for this first-round matchup. Will likely be the only home game Michigan has in Ann Arbor, even if they go on to win quite a bit. They've got high-seeded Texas Tech as their potential next opponent should they win.
Yep. This is the first round of the NCAA tournament. We have your Michigan Wolverines coming in with a record of 15-5-1 versus the Bowling Green at a record of 14-5-3. So Wolverines just set to open up here with the opening kickoff. Again, this is the Michigan Wolverines versus the Bowling Green Falcons.
Yep, Bowling Green making that short trip up from Ohio, and I see quite a bit of orange in the stands still. It's a chilly game, but Bowling Green made their trip up here, so this should have some representation from both fans here in this one.
Yep, and we are off. This is Brooke Sealy in control of the ball now. She swings the ball over to the far side, over to Skylar Anderson. Anderson passes up the sideline over to Aaliyah Martin. Martin now pushing up. She's looking for a through ball from Sarah Stratigakis. She's now in control of the ball, pushing up. Makes one defender miss, crosses back now. She's taking her time, taking some more time. This is Hawkinson. Hawkinson swinging up. Looks like it's going to be an offsides call on the Wolverines. Yep. Hawkinson's pass intended up the sidelines for Hannah Blake.
As the sideline judge is standing right by that wall of ice, I think a little bit taller than the judges. They've cleared all the snow. It's been snowing all week here in Ann Arbor. They've cleared it away.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Mackenzie Ruber in control of the ball. She's pressured by Nikki Hernandez. She's just going to kick that one into the stands to avoid a turnover. This is going to be a Michigan throw-in now from Samantha DeVici. DeVici's passing now in over to Stratigakis. Stratigakis kicks it right back. DeVici with one defender on her now. She kicks the ball back over towards center field, over to Sydney Shepard. Shepard now pushing up, makes one defender miss, pushing back towards the near side. She kicks the ball back over to Samantha DeVici. DeVici now weaving her way through two defenders. She kicks the ball over towards Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez makes two defenders miss with a nice move. Her through ball over towards Sarah Stratigakis. Too hot to handle, though. Brooke Sealy's going to come and clean that one up. She swings the ball over towards Hannah Blake. Hannah Blake with a shot towards goal. However, that one's going to go right into the snowbank there. No harm, no foul.
A bit shorter on the end line there, the snow, only a few inches deep. But on that far sideline, we see it's about 5-6 feet deep all the way over there. Don't want to get the ball stuck in there, I guess.
Yeah, the entire far set of bleachers just absolutely packed with snow as it snowed all weekend. This ball now in control by Caitlin DeVee, the Bowling Green goalkeeper. She slings the ball up the sideline over towards Audrey Shea. Shea's pass is going to be knocked out of bounds by Nikki Hernandez. This is going to be Bowling Green ball still on this near sideline on their half of the field. Bowling Green looking to throw the ball in now. She's weighing her options. She tosses the ball right into Sarah Allen. Allen still pressured by Hernandez. She kicks it back towards the corner. Bowling Green now pressured in their own corner. They kick the ball out over towards midfield. However, it's going to be taken right away by number 6, Brooke Sealy for the Michigan Wolverines. This is Nikki Hernandez now. She swings the ball to the middle to Laufman. Laufman to the far sideline over towards Skylar Anderson. Anderson now with a one-on-one. She kind of gets shoved by a defender, and Bowling Green's going to take this one away. Bowling Green pushing down the far sideline now. Their pass up the sideline is going to be taken away by Sydney Shepard. Shepard with a nice job there, stopping that fast break. This is Aaliyah Martin now pushing down the middle of the field. She swings to the near sideline over to DeVici. DeVici now looking, weighing her options. She passes the ball up towards Hannah Blake. Blake now with 3 defenders on her. A little physical action there. Blake gets the ball taken away, and Bowling Green just gives that one right back to the Wolverines. This is Sydney Shepard now in control of the ball. She swings it over to Aaliyah Martin. Michigan Wolverines gain control of the ball there off the steal by Raleigh Laufman. Laufman now in control of the ball with 3 defenders around her. She passes the ball back towards Martin. Martin now on the far sideline. She passes up towards midfield. Her pass taken away. Bowling Green now in control of the ball with some momentum going towards Michigan's net. We're going to have a whistle as a Bowling Green player hits the ground. Looks like it's going to be number 5, Nikita Jacob, hitting the ground there. It's going to be Michigan ball, though. This is Aaliyah Martin's pass towards the near sideline over to DeVici. DeVici with 1 defender on her. She passes the ball up towards Hannah Blake. A little miscommunication there. It's going to be taken away by Lena Kovar. Bowling Green now in control of the ball. However, Katie Cox unable to keep control of the ball. She's going to give that one back over to the Wolverines. Laufman now in control of the ball in the center circle. Laufman weighing her options, moving towards this near sideline. She swings the ball up to Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez back to Laufman. Laufman towards the ball on the sideline over to DeVici. DeVici with a nice pass into Hannah Blake. Hannah Blake with a one-on-one against a defender. She kicks the ball back over to DeVici. DeVici running towards the baseline. She kicks the ball looking for number 7, Meredith Hawkinson. Hawkinson gets thrown to the ground and sees some frustration from the Michigan Wolverines and eventually a call. You hear the fans in the Michigan Wolverines bench cheering as we get a call from the referee. Looks like we're going to have some stoppage of clock here. Looks like it's going to be.
It looks like they've called it a penalty kick inside the 18-yard box.
Yep.
Could not get a better scoring opportunity for the Wolverines right now. They had possession on the Bowling Green side of the pitch for the first 3 minutes of action. Couldn't do anything with it. This should at least be their first shot on goal.
This is going to be Aaliyah Martin, number 4 for the Wolverines, taking this penalty kick. She's working one-on-one against Kathleen Duvey. Here is Martin. Her shot on goal, just wide towards right off the end of the net. Nothing really Duvey had to do there. Martin just missed the net flat out.
Yep, you got to be able to score when you have the PK. You never really know what the keeper's strategy might be, but the one thing you can control is putting the ball on net. I did like aiming for the low corner. That's probably the best place to put it, but she went just a bit wide, and you have no chance of scoring as long as that ball is wide. The first priority among everything else, get that ball on net.
Yep, play's now going to resume here. 40 minutes left to play here in this first half as Duvey kicks this ball over towards midfield. It's just kind of a scruff for the ball here. Both teams passing the ball back and forth. However, it's eventually taken in control of by Bowling Green. This is now Mackenzie Ruber passing up the sidelines, looking for Sarah Allen. However, it's going to be taken away by Aaliyah Martin. Martin's just going to kick that one out of bounds to minimize the damage. This is Ruber now for the throw-in. She keeps the ball short and on the ground to Allen. Allen now in control of the ball, swinging it back towards number 29 for Bowling Green. She kicks the ball towards the corner now. She's working one-on-one against Davici. Davici trying to just box her defender out, letting that ball go out of bounds. It's going to be a Michigan goal kick here for Hilary Beale.
So when Bowling Green does find those opportunities to possess the ball on Michigan's side of the pitch, they evaporate pretty quickly so far is what we've seen. Michigan having more sustained attacks. Still, though, no shots on goal with that penalty shot that went low and wide. We'll see if Michigan can make do of anything with this possession.
Hilary Beale weighing her options here on the goal kick. She decides to kick this ball low and on the ground over towards Davici on the near sideline. Davici kicking the ball up with a nice through ball, looking for Sarah Stratigakis. However, that ball is just booted way deep into the stands by number 24, Leni Kovar of the Bowling Green defense, just to keep that fast break from going anywhere. Fans a little disappointed they can't keep a souvenir there.
No.
The ball gets tossed back in. This is going to be Davici on a throw-in right in front of the Michigan bench.
Interesting bright orange ball, too. It's kind of Bowling Green biased, I'd have to say myself. But
this throw-in over towards Hannah Blake. Blake swings it back over midfield towards Aaliyah Martin. Martin now over to Shepard. Shepard taking her time in the center circle. She's looking to push the tempo now. She has one defender on her. She kicks the ball up, looking for Skylar Anderson. However, that ball's going to be too hot, and it's going to go out of bounds and into the snowbank on the far sideline.
That snowbank at least does limit how far the ball can get away there, but...
Very true. Very true. This is Michigan now in control of the ball, looking to do some damage here. They've got a fast break opportunity. However, it's going to be taken away by Bowling Green. Bowling Green now pushing up. They don't have numbers, but they're still pushing the tempo. This is Nikki Cox now in control of the ball. She has the ball in the middle circle. She's going to take her time and kick that one back over midfield towards Audrey Shea. Shea now kicks the ball over towards Kovar. Kovar with Sarah Stratigakis on her. She kicks the ball up over midfield towards her own player, who's defended by Meredith Hawkinson. This is Sarah Stratigakis now coming, playing some defense on Bowling Green's half of the field. Bowling Green looking to pass up that far sideline. However, it's going to be too hot and goes right out of bounds. Just kind of skimmed that sideline all the way until it eventually hit the snow. Skylar Anderson now going to with the throw in here for the Michigan Wolverines right at midfield. She keeps that one low and on the ground towards Hawkinson.
And as that goes out, the refs will rule that is going to go back to Bowling Green now. We'll see if this throw-in can go any better than their last one, which was quickly intercepted by the Wolverines.
Yeah, this is Aaliyah Martin now in control of the ball. She kicks the ball up, looking for Skylar Anderson. However, it's going to go just out of Anderson's reach, and it's going to be another Bowling Green throw-in on that far sideline right by midfield. Bowling Green now with the ball in their possession. Michigan defenders just swarming the ball handler and eventually pokes that one away. This is Sarah Stratigakis now with a defender on her back. She's pushing up with fast break tendencies. She's going now with two defenders on her with a nice move, getting through. That pass up for Nikki Hernandez. Looks like Hernandez kind of got grabbed, but that ball is just going to be cleaned right up by Kathleen Duvey for the Bowling Green Falcons. Duvey now taking her time, walking up towards the front of the box. Still with nothing here. She's going to keep this one on the ground, looking for a deep kick. And that's what she does. Deep line drive kick over midfield. This is going to eventually be Michigan ball, though. Michigan looking for a handball call, but Bowling Green skirts that one out. This is Katie Cox looking for a one-on-one against Aaliyah Martin. She's trying to make her miss. This ball sent it towards the middle, however, booted away by Loftman. Nice play there.
Yep, dangerous cross about 8 yards in front of the goal line, right center in front of that goal. Loftman, though, with a great job of forcing that out of the 18-yard box and letting Michigan play to save the day without a point-blank shot that could have been for Bowling Green.
Yeah, Loftman just kicks that one out of bounds, so it's still going to be Bowling Green possession. This is Ruber now. She passes the ball up and gets the ball kicked right back to her. Sarah Allen looking for a little give and go there. However, it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be another Hilary Beale goal kick for the Michigan Wolverines. 35 minutes left to play here in this first half. 10 minutes elapsed. What have you seen so far, Daniel?
It's been pretty even on both sides. I would have to say Bowling Green, when they do get possessions, they are a bit more eager to make something of it. Might be remembering when these teams faced off earlier in the year and Michigan won 2-0 here in Ann Arbor. Might be trying to be more eager to score after getting shut out on this very field 2 months ago now in September 8th when they lost here.
Yeah, for sure. Never a good feeling to lose on your home turf, especially not twice to the same team. Michigan now in control of the ball after this throw, and it's going to be Stratigakis. Stratigakis looking for Brooke Seeley. However, her pass is going to be taken away by the Bowling Green, but taken right back by Loftman. Sarah Stratigakis kind of taken to the ground there. Referee just points, but no whistle. It's going to be Bowling Green ball still as Lena Kovar kicks it back towards Kathleen Duvey. Duvey now with pressure from Stratigakis. She kicks the ball over towards Audrey Shea. Shea with now some pressure on her provided by Nikki Hernandez. Bowling Green now making something happen, pushing the ball up towards the middle of the field. They've got a fast break opportunity here, but Brooke Seeley just comes in from behind and takes that one away. Some nice defense there. This is Meredith Hawkinson now in control of the ball. She kicks the ball over to Hannah Blake. Blake looking up for Stratigakis. Stratigakis back to Blake. Nice. Oh, that's going to be a pass intended for Nikki Hernandez, taken away by Bowling Green, but taken right back by Sarah Stratigakis. Michigan now looking to push the tempo. This is Skylar Anderson. Anderson with one defender on her. She's looking to make her miss. Gets by her. He's going to drive towards the goal line, but she pulls that ball back and looks for Hawkinson again. Hawkinson going right back to where Anderson was with a nice turnaround move. Kicks the ball back to Anderson. Anderson now kicks the ball over towards Sarah Stratigakis. Stratigakis with a nice pass towards Loftman. However, Loftman just kind of gets boxed out by Nikita Jacobs. A nice defense there from Bowling Green. That ball is going to be cleaned up by Kathleen Duvey.
Yep, great defense there by Nikita Jacob. Actually an Ann Arbor native. But that was a perfect through ball, I'd have to say, from the Wolverines there. Ultimately, Bowling Green is able to play it perfectly, though, and clear it. That would have been a dangerous scoring opportunity had Michigan received that pass. Would have been about 7 yards in front of the keeper and a great opportunity to score.
Yeah, absolutely. Duvey's goal kick is going to be eventually taken away by the Michigan Wolverines. This is Aaliyah Martin looking up towards Nikki Hernandez. However, it's going to be taken right away by Bowling Green. This is now Nikki Cox in control of the ball with Nikki Hernandez right on her. We have a whistle as Cox hits the ground with... Whoa! Cox just shoves Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez falls to the ground. Looks like the referee's going to converse here.
Yep, right now we're seeing the official talk with both players. I've yet to see a card. The back of the official is to us, so we can't really see if he's reaching in his pocket. But
it's going to no card
yeah.
Call here for Nikki Cox. The contact from Nikki Hernandez looked almost incidental, but Cox just got up and just shoved Nikki Hernandez right to the ground. Michigan fans obviously unhappy with that one, and the Michigan players as well. Bowling Green now with a free kick. They kick the ball over towards the box, and it's going to be eventually poked away as another Michigan player hits the ground. This time it's going to be Skylar Anderson getting tossed around. However, it's going to be Michigan ball now. It's going to be another goal kick for Hilary Beale. A little scrappy play here in these first couple minutes of this first half.
Absolutely, and I think the call was against one of the forwards on Bowling Green for trying to play that ball on the ground and basically kick it right through a Michigan Wolverine who was on the ground. That's called, though. Michigan gets a free kick. We'll see if they can flip field here.
And that they do. This is Meredith Hawkinson now in the Bowling Green half. She's pushing up her pass over towards Loftman. Loftman now in the middle of the field. She swings to Hannah Blake. Hannah Blake now looking to make a defender miss. She's going to attempt a through ball. However, it's just going to be taken right away by Bowling Green. A little miscommunication there from the Michigan Wolverines. Bowling Green now trying to push the sideline. However, they just kind of kick it up, and that's going to be taken away by Sydney Shepard. Shepard now to Hawkinson. Hawkinson with one defender on her. A little physicality between the two. This is Hawkinson now up to Loftman. Loftman attempted to boot that one up towards Brooke Seeley. However, it's going to be popped right away by the Bowling Green Falcons. Bowling Green now looking to push the tempo. This is Chelsea Washington now. She's just going to have the ball taken right away from her, though, by Sarah Stratigakis. Or Brooke Seeley, sorry. Nice play there by Seeley.
Yeah, Michigan's playing a very conservative. They never put too many players pushing forward on attack, and every time Bowling Green gets a quick turnover and a chance to play counter and up-tempo, they just never have the numbers. Nearly 2 Wolverine defenders for every Bowling Green player on their half of the field. It's not going to be too many great scoring opportunities if Michigan keeps playing like this, but they're not going to create too many scoring opportunities themselves either.
Yep, this is going to be Hannah Blake now deep in Bowling Green territory. Skirts the ball past one defender, makes another defender miss. She's taking her time now, pulling the ball back. Her through ball intended for Sarah Stratigakis is going to be taken away by Audrey Shea. Some nice defense there from Bowling Green. Bowling Green now looking to push the tempo. This is Nikita Jacobs. She's looking up the sideline for Nikki Cox. Cox now with Martin on her, looking to make her miss. Martin with some nice on-ball defense here. Martin not letting her get a shot off. However, this shot goes right towards Hilary Beale. Able to sneak that one by. Aaliyah Martin, however, just hits Beale right in the chest. Easy save for the Michigan goalkeeper.
And the first shot on goal of the whole game for either team. And as you mentioned, great job by Martin, always keeping her body between the ball and the goal, never allowing a clean shot. And that's why that one had to go right toward Beale. Never had a chance of scoring, even if it was on net.
Michigan now pushing the tempo. This is Loftman up on the pass from Brooke Seeley. However, Loftman's pass intended for Meredith Hawkinson is just going to be booted out of bounds by Dieselhoff. And it's going to still be Michigan control of the ball. This is going to be a Skylar Anderson throw-in right in front of that snowbank on that far sideline.
And that might have been Michigan's best scoring opportunity, live ball scoring opportunity at least, of the game, because Hawkinson had a free path to the net as long as that pass was completed. It wasn't too much, but was played a bit too towards the center of the field and ultimately intercepted.
Yeah, this is a center from Anderson over to Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez now kicks the ball back to Brooke Seeley. Seeley just falls down, though, a little slip up there. Bowling Green now pushing the tempo. Sydney Shepard able to close the gap there and take that ball away. This is going to be Riley Loftman now. Loftman getting her arm just kind of grabbed by the Bowling Green defender. No whistle, though. Bowling Green's going to keep control of the ball here. This is Chelsea Washington. Washington's pass up the sideline now over towards Sarah Allen. Allen working one-on-one against Davici, trying to make her miss. She's pushing towards the bottom of the box. She has 2 defenders on her now. She falls down. This ball is just going to be taken away by Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez over towards Hannah Blake. As Hannah Blake and number 25, Mackenzie Ortman, just run into each other, and both players hit the ground. Michigan unhappy with the call there. Looks like that foul call is going to be on the Michigan Wolverines.
Yep, another set piece coming up for Bowling Green. They have not had too many opportunities so far from set pieces and haven't made much of them yet. We'll see if they can play a better ball here and maybe make Michigan worry. They are the authors of the only shot on goal all game, but there was not much doing on that one. They've had one dangerous cross in this 18-yard box, but it was immediately cleared by Michigan. So we'll see if Bowling Green can create their first really threatening scoring chance of the game on this set piece, about 25 yards in front of the net.
This is Dieselhoff faking it, and it's going to be Lena Kovar taking the shot. However, she's going to go way wide and ricochet off the back wall out of bounds. This is going to be a goal kick here for Hilary Beale.
And I don't like taking a shot from that far out. You got to be a bit more creative than that, especially this early in the game, I think. Show something that might scare Michigan's defense for the rest of the game.
Wasn't even a high-quality shot either. Missed the net by probably 10 feet. This is going to be Hilary Beale now taking her goal kick. She's weighing her options as Michigan Wolverines keep backing up towards midfield. Beale now taking a couple crow hop steps. She kicks the ball over. It's going to barely get to midfield. It's going to be headed by Loftman, though, over towards Hawkinson. Hawkinson able to control the ball now. She's pushing up. She has a defender on her backside, not going to let that stop her. She kicks the ball over towards Sarah Stratigakis. Stratigakis now with 3 defenders on her. She passes the ball up, looking for Loftman, looking for a little give-and-go play there. However, it's going to go too far out of the reach of Loftman. Duvey's going to clean that one up.
I'd like to see Michigan just take more shots or be a bit more aggressive here. Every time they get into that back third of the pitch, they tend to really set things up and look for the perfect 1-2 combo attack or just anything that's a bit too creative. Maybe just get a shot on goal one of these times, because every single time they've really tried to set things up to pass so far, it has not ended well.
Yeah, this is Bowling Green now pushing up. This is Chelsea Washington kicking all the way down, looking for Mackenzie Ruber. Ruber now with Davici on her, trying to cross. Davici with a nice defensive play there, kicks that ball into the stands. Nice recovery there by DeVici to not allow that center cross. Looks like it is going to be a corner kick, though, for the Bowling Green Falcons. It's going to be number 24, Lena Kovar, to take this one from the corner. This is going to be our first corner kick of the game.
Yep, Bowling Green still struggling on set pieces. Maybe corner kicks will be more their speed.
Both teams packing the box here as Kovar looks to take this one. She keeps that low and on the ground over towards Mackenzie Ruber. Ruber now with a deep lofting shot towards goal. That ball's going to be headed and saved by Hilary Beale. Nice recovery there by Beale. Nice read.
Yeah, and that was a very dangerous opportunity right there. Bowling Green really succeeded in what I've been asking them to do, create a real threatening scoring chance, got the head on the ball, but ultimately went right toward the keeper. Couldn't ask for much more out of Bowling Green there, but they really set up a deadly opportunity for their team.
You can see Hilary Beale, the Michigan goalkeeper, in goal, voicing her frustrations after that one, and still on this next defensive attack. Bowling Green now still in control of the ball, though. They're going to take their time and keep the ball back on their half. This is going to be Audrey Shea. We're going to have Shea pushing up the sideline. Thought I heard a whistle, but that's going to be a no-go. This is Aaliyah Martin taking the ball away now with a header. Martin now over towards DeVici. DeVici through to Loftman. Loftman up the sideline towards Nikki Hernandez. Michigan now looking to push without numbers. Sarah Stratigakis with two defenders on her. She kicks the ball through with a nice pass towards Hannah Blake. Blake pausing the tempo for a second, taking her time, kicks the ball to Brooke Seeley. Seeley now over towards Hawkinson. Hawkinson with a shot on goal. It's going to go wide over the top right corner of the net. So nice ball movement there by the Michigan Wolverines. However, no dice on that one. Hawkinson's shot just too wide.
Yep, and probably Michigan's best chance of the day outside of the one penalty kick. Hannah Blake also had an opportunity to just boot one on goal, instead turned around, tried to set something up, and ultimately that worked out pretty well too. But Michigan, they have all these chances. Nothing's really paid off yet, but I think they're due for one pretty soon here if they keep up this style of play.
Yeah, you see that a lot from Hannah Blake, showing a lot of selflessness. However, you might need some of that sometimes to get high-quality shots. Bowling Green pushing up, however, it's just going to be taken right away by Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez with some nice recovery defense there. Hernandez just gets pushed to the ground by number 12, Sarah Allen. The referee's going to blow the whistle, and it's going to be Michigan ball here.
Yep, looked like she got tripped up from behind as well. That's an easy call for the refs here. And what has been, I think, overall pretty clean game. Not too much for the refs to really decipher beside that one shove.
Yep, this is going to be Aaliyah Martin now in control of the ball. She's going to look to take this free kick. She's weighing her options, has gone up to the ball and backed up a few times now. There's 24 minutes left to play here in this first half. Almost halfway done. She kicks the ball up, intended for Hannah Blake, but there's going to be a whistle. It's going to be another Michigan free kick. And about the halfway point between the Bowling Green goal box and midfield. This is Loftman now, keeping it short on the ground towards Hannah Blake. Blake with a defender right on her backside. She kicks the ball over towards Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez's defender, Ruber, tries to slide and kick that one away. She does, but not before taking Nikki Hernandez to the ground with her. Hernandez just really taking a beating here in this first half.
Yeah, it's been unfortunate for her. She's had to go to the ground quite a bit, as we're going to have a Michigan chance at a set piece here with the corner kick upcoming.
Yeah, this is going to be Loftman set to take this goal kick here with 23 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in this first half. Loftman's corner kick just short and on the ground towards Meredith Hawkinson. Hawkinson back to Loftman, who swings it over to DeVici. DeVici looking to cross towards the middle, but it's going to be deflected by a Bowling Green defender. Aaliyah Morgan able to keep control of the ball, though. Loftman with a nice pass fake, able to make some defenders miss. Hawkinson now with a cross to make another defender miss. She passes the ball over towards Loftman. However, it's going to be taken away by Bowling Green. Nice recovery there after they got juked out. It's going to be Sarah Allen now pushing the ball up with Loftman right on her. Allen crosses back towards the middle. She kicks the ball up towards Chelsea Washington. Washington taking her time now, opts to kick that ball back over towards Lena Kovar. Kovar now in control of the ball. Nobody really around her as Michigan files back on defense. Kovar kicks this one short and on the ground back towards Doobie, the goalkeeper. Doobie's going to take her time, but Sarah Stratigakis applying a little bit of pressure, forces her to pass it a little bit earlier than she wanted to. Bowling Green now in possession of the ball right near midfield. Meredith Hawkinson with the defense. Bowling Green now swinging the ball back over this far sideline, over towards Kovar. Kovar now taking her time, looking up the sideline, looking for number 20. Mackenzie Ruber passes the ball back to Kovar. Just running a little triangle game here, Bowling Green, trying to make something happen.
Yep, they've been very patient on this possession, pushing it back a level every time they need to.
Yep, absolutely. They've been on their half of the field for about almost a minute and a half, 2 minutes here. They're just taking their time, looking for an option to open up. and this might be that option. This pass up towards Mackenzie Ruber. She tries a little fancy behind the back kick. I was going to go off the leg of DeVici. Bowling Green able to retain possession, though. There's 21 minutes left to play here in this first half. Ruber with a kind of a pull a fast one on the Wolverines, trying to throw that one off DeVici and take that one right back away. However, there's going to be a whistle called. Looks like it's going to be the Wolverines' ball here. Sydney Shepard wasting no time. She swings the ball quick over to Brooke Seeley. Seeley now over to Hawkinson. Hawkinson pushing up to Skylar Anderson. Anderson now with the defender on her. Makes the defender fall over. Pass back to Hawkinson. Hawkinson now taking advantage of that defender on the ground. Swings back up at Anderson. Anderson to Hannah Blake, who passes up for a through ball too far for Anderson to handle. It's going to be Bowling Green now with the ball here. Bowling Green now pushing up the far sideline right towards midfield. 4 Michigan defenders surrounding her. Hawkinson just runs right into the ball handler and takes that one away. Hawkinson just kind of tripped up there by the Bowling Green player. It's going to be whistling, going to be Michigan ball here. It's going to be Sydney Shepard to take this free kick here. She's just going to pass that one off to Aaliyah Martin. Martin's going to take the free kick just on the far sideline near midfield with 20 minutes and 35 seconds left to play here. Morgan keeps this one short and on the ground towards Hawkinson. Hawkinson back to Martin. Martin now with a defender on her with a deep kick over towards Sarah Stratigakis, looks like. And Hannah Blake's going to come and try to clean this one up. However, it's just going to be cleaned up by the Bowling Green Falcons. Michigan unable to capitalize on that chance there. This is Kovar now pushing up the far sideline with Stratigakis on her back. She swings the ball over towards Ruber. Ruber now up the sideline over towards Nikki Cox. Cox now with DeVici right on her, looking to push off. She's still driving towards the bottom. It's going to be out of bounds. Referee waiting for a call from the referees. See some claps from the Bowling Green bench. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick for the Bowling Green Falcons.
And Michigan will have to be cautious on defense here. Last time Bowling Green had a corner kick, they were able to set up a very dangerous-looking header that ultimately went right to the chest of the Michigan keeper. We'll see if maybe they can set up that same scoring opportunity, but with a different result. It started with just a slight pass to the teammate in the near corner that ultimately set up the dangerous cross. Well, we'll see if they stick to that strategy or they try to play it into the box immediately.
This is Kovar trying to play into the box immediately. However, it's going to be taken away by Meredith Hawkinson.
So Michigan gets very aggressive and is able to intercept that ball immediately and clear the ball out of their zone, although ultimately turning it back over to Bowling Green.
Yeah, but Aaliyah Martin with a nice flip-up kick to stop that ball there on the shot attempt from Kovar. It's going to be Michigan in control of the ball now. Loftman now with the ball.
Great body coordination, sticking her leg out behind her back to
Loftman with some great vision, passes all the way across the field towards Hawkinson. Hawkinson gives it right up to Seeley. Seeley now over to Anderson. Anderson pushing up with one defender on her. She attempts to make a through ball. However, it's going to be cleaned right up by Dieselhoff. This is Michigan now in control of the ball still. There's going to be a shot attempt, looks like, from Meredith Hawkinson, which is just going to ricochet off a Bowling Green player. And it's going to be, looks like, a throw-in here for the Michigan Wolverines. This is going to be Skylar Anderson right near the far side corner.
Yep, about 6 yards upfield from the far deep corner. So Michigan, pretty good scoring opportunity here. Let's see if they can possess the ball inside the 18-yard box.
Anderson's throw-in over towards Hannah Blake. It's going to be taken away by Bowling Green now. Bowling Green now pushing up with a 1-on-3. They don't have numbers, but they're still pushing up. This is going to be a through ball. Looking for number 12, Sarah Allen. However, it's going to be too hot. Brooke Seeley's just going to box her out and let this one go out of bounds. Michigan avoiding a little crisis there on the fast break attempt by Bowling Green.
Yep, they did have 3-1 numbers back there first, but I think Michigan's defenders kind of played that a little bit poorly. Everyone converged on the ball, and Sarah Allen was able to make herself a threat out wide. Ultimately, the 3 players on the ball forced enough pressure to force an errant pass.
Aaliyah Martin with a nice head fake enough to get the ball up to Hannah Blake. However, Blake's going to turn that ball right over towards the Bowling Green Falcons. Falcons now pushing up that far sideline. Some defense applied by Meredith Hawkinson. However, not enough. Bowling Green still in possession of the ball, but Loftman eventually able to take that one away. Loftman now passes the ball up to Nikki Hernandez, running a little triangle offense with her and Hannah Blake. Hernandez now with 5 defenders converging on her. She kicks the ball up towards Hannah Blake. It's going to go a little too far. Would have been a nice scoring opportunity, but Michigan's still in control of the ball. Blake now in the far corner. She kicks the ball to Hawkinson. Hawkinson swings it back to Blake, who gives it right back. A little give and go there. Bowling Green able to take that one away, but turns the ball right back over. This is Sydney Shepard now pushing up. She's showing some aggressive from the defensive end now. Bowling Green kicks that one out, but still Michigan in possession. They just have the right people in the right places. Aaliyah Martin swings the ball up to Stratigakis. Stratigakis to Sealy. Sealy's pass intended for Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez gets kind of shoved in the back, though. And that ball is going to slide past her. Michigan able to recover again, though, in control of the ball. This is Laufman. Laufman swinging the ball to the far sideline, looking for Skylar Anderson. Anderson now with a center towards the middle. That's going to be popped up in the air by Kovar. Michigan still in control of the ball, though, recovering again. This is Skylar Anderson. Some great defensive recovery there, or offensive recovery, rather, from the Wolverines. This is Laufman now with a nice move. He has a shot on goal. That one goes in. What a shot by Laufman. However, there's going to be some confusion on the field.
That ball escaped the back of the net somehow. They're flashing goal up on the big board here. But no, I think that was a mistake by the stadium scoreboard operator.
Doesn't look like that one's going to count. Some confusion and some frustration from the fans as they don't know what's going on.
And it looked like Michigan's players also reacted that as a goal. It went right off the goalpost. I thought it hit the inside of the goalpost and ricocheted in.
Looks like it ricocheted on the outside. Either way, a nice shot attempt by Laufman.
And I just don't understand how the ball bounces that way if it doesn't hit the inside of the post.
Don't really know. Daniel tricked us up here in the booth and tricked the fans on the field.
And the scoreboard operator. They had the big flashing light and everything for goal. Ultimately, though, it's going to be a goal kick for Bowling Green that they've been able to put onto the Michigan side of the field now.
Bowling Green trying to throw this one in, pull a fast one on the Wolverines. However, there's another soccer ball on the field. They're just going to have to pump their brakes here and reset.
And I still don't understand how that ball didn't go in, because at least how it bounced the way it did, despite not being inside, not hitting the inside of the post.
Yeah, I'm still confused as to what happened there, but Michigan able to retain control. Nikki Hernandez with a nice move there, making the defender miss, almost falling down. Hernandez now pushing up. She's been showing a lot of that this game. Her pass towards Brooke Sealy. Sealy just not paying attention. That's going to skirt by her into the hands of the Bowling Green Falcons. This is going to be Cox now control the ball. She kicks the ball over towards Ruber. Ruber now with a shot towards the goal. It's going to be headed away by Sydney Shepard. Nice defensive play there. Bowling Green able to regain possession. The ball bounces around. It stays in the air for a little bit after a couple of headers. Bowling Green now control the ball, pushing up. This is Ruber now with 3 defenders on her, trying to weave through the Michigan defense. She's going to kick the ball towards the corner, over towards Sarah Allen. Allen with a center, over towards Cox. Cox right by the bottom. However, it's going to be some nice defense there by Sydney Shepard. Shepard able to recover. Shepard showing some frustration there as nobody was really there to help her. She was all by herself, but still able to make the play.
And that should set up a corner here now for Bowling Green. And I think they did not have that much possession within the 18-yard box in the whole game before that combined. And they did right there. Had a couple of passes going on in the close proximity of the net. Ultimately, though, Michigan does force a clear. We'll see if they can defend another corner kick here, as Bowling Green's already had a couple of good looks off their first 2.
Yes, this is Kovar with a deep kick over the box. This is going to be a header with a nice save there by Hilary Beale. Beale goes up to grab that one and makes a nice jumping save there for the Michigan Wolverines, able to snag that one and pull that one down.
Yep, that ball is going to go right under the crossbar. Beale had to get about as high as she possibly could to get that one, ultimately plucks it out of thin air and saves a great header from Bowling Green, who now on 2 of their last 3 corner kick opportunities have forced very impressive spots for headers. That last one, a very great shot with that commanded an equally good save.
Yeah, absolutely. Beale, not the tallest player on the field, however, able to make a nice athletic play. This is Nikki Hernandez now in the Bowling Green box. She crosses one defender, crosses another, but she's going to be thrown to the ground again. No whistle. Hernandez just getting absolutely abused out there. She's hit the ground probably 10, 15 times here in this first half. Bowling Green now taking control of the ball. They're pushing up the far sideline, or the near sideline rather. They're in control of the ball now. 3 defenders on the ball right now. This is going to be Nikki Hernandez, Hannah Blake. Brooke Sealy able to take this one away, though. Sealy passes quick up to Hernandez. Hernandez with a nice move to get by her defender over towards Stratigakis. Stratigakis kicks back to Hannah Blake. Nikki Hernandez now running after this ball with 2 defenders on her. She looks like she's going to take her time. She kicks the ball back towards DeVici. That ball staying on the ground. DeVici with a curving, lofting kick towards the goal. Bounces, looked for a second like it might scoot past the goalkeeper there. However, Kathleen Duvey right there to clean that one up.
Yep, that was definitely intended as a cross, although nearly was dangerous as a shot. Took a skip right before the goal, but Michigan just not quite able to connect ahead to the ball there. That one going about a couple feet too high to hit either of the 2 Michigan forwards breaking toward the goal.
Yep, Duvey with a throw in here towards Dieselhoff, who gives it right back. Doobie now swings the ball over towards Audrey Shea. Shea now up the sideline towards Ruber. Ruber defended by Nikki Hernandez, though, who eventually takes it away. This is Sarah Stratigakis now in control of the ball. She swings the ball towards the middle towards Hawkinson. Hawkinson now with the defender right on her back, pressing her. However, she pulls the ball up and takes her time now. She kicks the ball towards Hannah Blake. Hannah Blake with a nice little chip shot for a center. But Bowling Green kicks that one away. However, Michigan's able to regain control. Bowling Green now eventually taking that one away from the Michigan Wolverines. A little confusing stretch there as the teams just kind of handed the ball back and forth there for a couple seconds. But Bowling Green eventually comes out on top. 11 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in this first half. If you are just joining us, the score is still 0-0. And both teams have taken 4 shots on goal, Daniel.
Yep, there's been waves of more offense, waves of really neither team being able to do what they want offensively. But so far, it's been a pretty evenly played game. Michigan's, I think, been ahead on possession, but either team could win this after Michigan won 2-0 earlier this year in September.
Yeah, Bowling Green's going to kick this ball deep down the far sideline. Sydney Shepard's just going to kick it out of bounds, though, to stop the momentum. We're going to see a substitution here for the Bowling Green Falcons. It's going to be number 28 for the Falcons coming in. It's going to be Hannah Dolphus for number 8, Katie Cox, the first substitution of the game for the Falcons. Falcons now on the throw-in, looking to push up. They pushing up right on top of the 18-yard box. This is Ruber with a center towards the middle. We're going to have a shot attempt. This is a shot on goal put into the back of the net by Chelsea Washington. Hilary Beale with a diving attempt for that save. However, it's going to go just out of her reach.
And this one is for real. There is no doubt about that one. That one hit the back of the net and is a goal. It was from point blank. Beale had very little she could do about that as the ball was able to slip through her defense. And, I mean, you really can't ask much of your keeper when a shot is going to be taken from that proximity to the net.
Yep, and as the Bowling Green Falcons celebrate, we're going to have a substitution for the Michigan Wolverines. Number 6, Brooke Seeley is going to come and take a seat. And it looks like it's going to be number 31, Faith Harper for the Michigan Wolverines, subbing in for her. And just like that, Bowling Green jumps ahead in this game with 10 minutes left to play here in this first half. Bowling Green up now 1-0 after the goal by the senior midfielder, number 7, Chelsea Washington. Michigan now pushing the ball up. This is going to be a pass from Skylar Anderson up towards Hawkinson. Hawkinson now pushing the tempo, looking to be aggressive here after the Bowling Green goal. She kicks the ball over towards Hannah Blake. Blake swinging back towards the middle, looking for Sarah Stratigakis. A nice through ball, however, is going to be cleaned up by Bowling Green. Bowling Green dishes that ball right back to Michigan, though, just handing it over. It's going to be Skylar Anderson now on the pass from Shepard. She passes the ball up to Loftman. Loftman now back to Anderson. Anderson keeps that ball low and on the ground towards Stratigakis. Stratigakis now getting physical with the defender. She gets thrown to the ground. There's going to be no whistle, though. Sydney Shepard is going to clean this ball up back over midfield as the ball just kind of got kicked out. Aaliyah Martin now in control of the ball. She's going to swing this one over towards DeVici. Her pass, DeVici just able to reel that one in. Looked like it might be a little too far. However, this one is going to be too far as DeVici intends that pass for Nikki Hernandez, but it's just going to scoot out of bounds.
Yeah, Michigan just never able to put it all together here on the Bowling Green half of the pitch. Bowling Green does have that one golden opportunity and puts it in the back of the net. Michigan's, they've come painfully close, had a PK that was just wide, had that one goal that we incorrectly, and the scoreboard operator as well, incorrectly declared as goals. It's going to be a hard-fought one if Michigan can tie this one back up.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened on that one shot attempt by Raleigh Loftman. The whole stadium seemed to think that one went in besides the referees, so that one's not going to count. This is going to be Washington pushing up the sideline now, showing some aggression after the goal. She's looking for a handball call. However, she's not going to get it. It's going to be Michigan ball. Or it's going to be Bowling Green ball, rather, as Aaliyah Martin cleared that one out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in from number 11. Bowling Green now in control of the ball. This throw-in now from Tyvit now looking to throw this ball in. She's taking her sweet time. She just gives the ball right to Nikki Hernandez. Not really sure what she was trying to do there. However, Bowling Green still retains control of the ball. Bowling Green able to get inside the 18-yard box now. This is a shot, looks like. However, it's going to go way far. Just going to go out of bounds on the opposite sideline. Not really sure what the attempt was there.
Yep, takes a hop and starts curling away from the goal, so it won't even be a goal kick here. It'll be a Michigan throw-in, so that at least works out in Bowling Green's favor. But decent scoring chance right there that could have put Bowling Green up to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Anderson throws that ball in, just kind of gets pinball around for a minute before she kicks it right back out of bounds for a Bowling Green goal kick. This is Hawkinson with a nice play to keep the ball out of Michigan territory. Boots that one deep and over half field. This is going to be number 21 for the Bowling Green Falcons. Audrey Shea now in control of the ball. Shea passes the ball up. However, her pass is going to go out of bounds. But it's going to be actually deflected by Meredith Hawkinson. Bowling Green now still in control of the ball. They've had the ball for about solid 2 minutes here to start after this goal. Bowling Green now showing some life. They're taking their time, though, pushing the ball back towards their half of the field. This is going to be Hannah Blake on the defense, and Meredith Hawkinson coming right up. Hawkinson being aggressive, showing some physicality here. That's going to eventually lead to a Michigan steal. Some nice defense there. Skylar Anderson now in control of the ball. Anderson now looking for somebody to pass to. She eventually swings the ball back, making 2 defenders miss, making another defender miss again. Aaliyah Martin now with the ball. She passes that ball up towards Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez keeps that one short and on the ground towards DeVici. DeVici back to Hernandez. Hernandez now with 1 defender on her. She kind of turns around with a little spin move there, kicking that ball up the sideline. It's going to be Shepard now in control of the ball off the pass from Faith Harper, the new substitution. Skylar Anderson now for Hawkinson. Hawkinson gives it right back to Anderson. Anderson with the ball short and on the ground towards Hannah Blake. Blake's just going to let that one go, though, to avoid the offsides call. Michigan now down in the shots battle and the score department. They're down 5 shots to 3 and 1-0 on the scoreboard with 6 minutes left to play here. Michigan came out as the aggressor in this one early, but has kind of lost that momentum here with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to play here in this first half.
And Michigan, I still think, is ahead in overall time of possession, but Bowling Green's just playing a lot more aggressive when they do have the ball. Michigan's playing a bit of perfectionist soccer right now and unwilling to maybe take a risk, maybe lose possession, but maybe get lucky, get the ball by the defender, and get into that last rank unguarded. Bowling Green's been willing to take risks, and it's paid off for them every now and then. They had 2 deadly-looking headers before they finally put one into the back of the net when a cross skirted past the back rank of the Michigan defense and went in for a Bowling Green goal.
Yeah, Michigan has definitely dominated the time possession battle, but really at the end of the day, all that matters is that number on the scoreboard. Speaking of scoreboard, this is Michigan pushing up now, showing some life. This is DeVici in the corner with the ball with 2 defenders on her. She tries to center. It's going to be kicked up in the air, but eventually cleaned up by Faith Harper, number 31 for the Wolverines. Harper's pass over towards Loftman. Loftman to Blake. Blake back to Loftman. This is Shepard now swinging towards the far sideline towards Skylar Anderson. Anderson with a nice play there to keep that ball in bounds. Sydney Shepard's pass was a little too hot, but she able to clean that one up. This is Anderson now towards Sarah Stratigakis, back towards the middle. Skylar Anderson is going to hit the ground, but no call for either team. 2 defenders hit the ground. Anderson real slow to get up. However, the play is not going to stop. Hawkinson now in control of the ball with Loftman, the 1-2 punch for the Michigan Wolverines pretty much all season. Anderson just gets absolutely bodied there. She's going to hit the ground. She's going to still be slow to get up. Still no whistle. This is Hawkinson now working with Hernandez in the corner. Hawkinson's shot attempt is going to be deflected by, it looks like, by Dieselhoff. It's going to be a Michigan throw-in here. Hernandez with a throw-in right off the leg of a Bowling Green defender. She's able to get that one right back. She has a center towards the middle. It's going to be 3 headers in a row for the Bowling Green Falcons before they eventually retain possession full time. Duvey now in control of the ball. She's going to swing that ball over towards number 21, Audrey Shea, sorry. Shea passes the ball up the sideline. However, it's going to be taken away by a nice defensive stop there by Harper. Harper swings to over towards DeVici. DeVici over towards Sarah Stratigakis. Stratigakis gets thrown to the ground, but not before she passes the ball to Riley Loftman. Loftman to Hannah Blake, who takes her time, and she's going to pull this one back. Didn't like what she saw. She swings the ball over to Faith Harper. Harper now with 1 defender on her. Not really sure where that pass was going, but it's just going to be taken right away by Bowling Green, who gives the ball right back to Aaliyah Martin, who gives the ball right back to Bowling Green. Real sloppy play by both teams there. This ball, another pass from Bowling Green, is going to be taken away by Hannah Blake. Blake swings the ball to Aaliyah Martin, who passes the ball up to Meredith Hawkinson. Hawkinson gets pushed in the back but stays on her feet. She's going to retain control of this, recontain possession of the ball. Her pass intended for Hannah Blake, however, not going to get there. It's going to be taken away by Bowling Green. This is going to be Kristen Tyvett now in control of the ball. Her pass towards the middle, almost intercepted by Hannah Blake, but not going to get there. Bowling Green now passes the ball up the far sideline. Michigan not happy with that call. Looked like it went off of a Bowling Green player. It looked like it went untouched by the Michigan Wolverines. However, they're going to say it went off number 19, Samantha DeVici.
So we'll see Bowling Green with another scoring opportunity. The clock is going to begin to be a factor here with only 2:25. The clock goes down in collegiate soccer, and there are stoppages in play at time to time, so keep that in mind. But there is about 2:15 to go once this ball's thrown in. We'll see if Michigan gets another possession, and yep, they will.
Yeah, Bowling Green on the throw-in just kicks that ball straight out of bounds. Not really sure what happened there, but it's going to be another throw-in for the Wolverines. Wolverines now looking to do some damage here with just under 2 minutes left to play. Michigan, just like Bowling Green did, turns the ball right over on the throw-in. This is going to be Aaliyah Martin now in control of the ball. She's just going to kick that one up into the stands for a fan ball. Looks like it's going to be a souvenir.
No,
the fan's going to have to throw that one back.
But both teams really struggling with their 2-minute drills, if you want to call it that. Doing nothing right now. Ball hasn't really left that same 10-yard radius in the past minute.
Yeah, neither team being real effective with the ball, but just as I say that, the Bowling Green Falcons push up towards the middle, but that's going to be kicked back over midfield by the Michigan Wolverines. Bowling Green still in possession of the ball, though. Bowling Green now with a nice offensive feat as they push the ball up. This is going to be in the corner for Hannah Dolphus. Dolphus now swings the ball back over. This is a Bowling Green with a shot on goal. It's going to be, however, deflected. Nice defensive feat there by Raleigh Loftman. Bowling Green not backing down, though, as they keep possession of the ball. Nice, dangerous-looking through ball there. This Skylar Anderson just shoved to the ground by number 4 on the Bowling Green Falcons, Kennedy White. Anderson just got bodied from behind, just pretty much just shoved before she could retain possession of the ball. It's going to be, looks like a goal kick, though.
Yeah,
for Hilary Beale.
Going to be a free kick from right on the edge of that 18-yard box, but Michigan, with 40 seconds left, they're not going to have much of a chance to score. We'll see what they can do here, trying to play it up quickly with 35 to go on the game clock.
Yep, this is Anderson on the far sideline, looking to pass the ball up towards Loftman. It's going to be kicked out of bounds, but Anderson picks it right back up and throws the ball in. This is Sarah Stratigakis in control of the ball now. Over towards Hawkinson. Hawkinson with a nice move to make 2 defenders miss. She swings the ball back to Anderson. Anderson passes up, intended for Loftman, but it's going to be just booted over midfield. Back into the possession of the Wolverines, though. This is going to be Sydney Shepard. She kicks the ball deep towards the middle, but again, just headed away by the Bowling Green Falcons. Time's going to tick down here as there's 3 seconds left to play. 2, 1, and that's going to be the first half here in this chilly Ann Arbor night. To recap here in this first half, the Michigan Wolverines and the Bowling Green Falcons were tied pretty much all this first half until Bowling Green was finally able to capitalize on a nice throw-in play and put a ball into the back of the net. Nothing Hilary Beale could really do, as it was just a beautiful shot. With that, the Bowling Green Falcons are going to lead your Michigan Wolverines 1-0 here as we go into the second half.
Yep, and Michigan right now in danger of being upset here at home to a team they beat in Ann Arbor just 2 months ago, 2-0 result. Michigan did not get the auto bid from the Big Ten. They are an at-large team after they lost in overtime to Penn State in the Big Ten championship game in Piscataway, New Jersey. But Bowling Green had a thrilling shootout victory where they knocked off Eastern Michigan just a few days ago to advance here to Ann Arbor as the MAC representative in the NCAA tournament. So it's a Big Ten team right now getting shown up by a MAC team at home. We'll see if Michigan can come back. They are the team that's no seeds beyond the top 4 for each regional in the women's soccer tournament, but they are the home team. They were deemed to be better by the committee. We'll see if they can make a comeback here. They will go to OT and eventually PKs if need be in the second half, and maybe try to earn a trip likely to Lubbock to play the 4 seed in this regional, Texas Tech. Michigan and Texas Tech do have a bit of a history in the NCAA tournament in 2019, with the Red Raiders knocking Michigan basketball out of the tournament back in March, and Michigan handing Texas Tech 2 losses in June in the College World Series. So Michigan has to come back here if they want to return that favor, however.
Yep, and that is going to do it for first half action here. We will see you back in a couple minutes to start up the second half. This has been first half action of Michigan women's soccer here in the opening round of the NCAA tournament. I am Charlie Brigham, joined by my co-host Daniel Thompson. Thank you, and we'll see you in a couple minutes. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back here for second half action in Ann Arbor. Coming in the second half, the Bowling Green Falcons are up 1-0 over the Wolverines after a stunning mid-half goal from number 7, Chelsea Washington of the Bowling Green Falcons. Michigan unable to find the back of the net, though, on 3 attempts. One shot that looked like it went in, but eventually actually hit a snowbank and shot behind the goal. Confused the whole stands. Michigan still scoreless here, opening up this second half. What are you looking to see here from both teams here in the second half, Daniel?
I want to see Michigan take more shots. The possession's actually exactly even through the first half, 50-50. But Michigan has had a lot. They've had 51% of their time with the ball has been in the Bowling Green side of the field, as opposed to 56 for Bowling Green. So Bowling Green's definitely been a bit more productive with the ball, at least been closer to the Michigan to the Michigan goal. And I think a large part of that is because Michigan is trying to get way too creative, get too fancy, too artsy with the ball. They're trying to set up these really well thought out plays when sometimes if you don't have it going offensively, you just need to get some shots on net, maybe have a lucky ricochet and see what works. Maybe a ball just slips by a defender and winds up right at the feet of your forward. You never know. Michigan is not really taking those chances, and I think they need to gamble to get going here offensively.
Yep, standing in the center in the center circle now is going to be Chelsea Washington, joined by Nikki Cox as they set to kick off here to start this second half. Bowling Green now, we are underway. Here it is. Bowling Green now in possession of the ball. This is going to be number 24 for the Bowling Green. This is going to be Lena Kovar passing up the far sideline. However, it's going to be taken away by Sydney Shepard on a nice defensive effort there. She's going to pass that ball over towards Hawkinson. Hawkinson now up to DeVici, who gets the ball right back to Hawkinson. Hawkinson now passing the ball up. This one is just kind of rattled around between a bunch of Bowling Green defenders and Michigan defenders. However, it's eventually going to be cleaned up by Aaliyah Martin, who's just going to boot that one out of bounds to minimize any damage. Bowling Green now is going to have a throw-in on the near sideline right in front of the Michigan bench. Looks like it's going to be number 2, Deiselhoff, with the throw-in here. Deiselhoff weighing her options. She attempts a kind of lofting throw-in. However, it's just going to bounce right over her own player's head into the possessions of Skylar Anderson, who's just shoved to the ground. No whistle call, though. The ball is still live. It's going to be taken away by Loftman. Loftman now passing up towards Hawkinson. Michigan now looking to start the fast break. Nikki Hernandez now in control of the ball. She's swinging the ball over towards the far sideline, over towards Yeka, who's now in the game for the first time for the Wolverines. Bowling Green now looking to push up. They don't have numbers, but they're still pushing. This is a shot on goal. However, it's going to be way wide left. That shot attempt by number 12, Sarah Allen, for the Bowling Green Falcons. Not really sure what she was trying there, Daniel.
No, just, as I may be taking my advice a bit too to the heart and going for any kind of way to get a shot on goal. I'm not calling for sloppy shots or careless thinking, but maybe don't always don't always look to pass the ball back. Don't always look for the perfect crossing pass. Maybe just take a shot, boot it in the direction of the goal, make a sloppier pass, and hope it gets by. Because right now Michigan is just not getting enough time from Bowling Green's back ranks to set up the beautiful plays they're looking for.
Bowling Green, now with that goal on their side, is showing a little more confidence here as they're trying to push the ball deeper and deeper into Michigan territory. This attempt, though, is going to be cut short as Raleigh Loftman takes that one away. She passes the ball, looking for the far sideline for Yecker. However, it's going to be taken away by the Bowling Green Falcons. Falcons now in control of the ball. They're taking their time. This ball swung over to the far sideline now, pushing up. Defense applied by Yecker. Yecker with a nice defensive stop there, kicks that ball out of bounds. Going to be another throw-in on the far sideline. Looks like it's going to be Duvey. This is another throw-in. This one just kicked right out of bounds. It's going to be a Michigan throw-in from Yeka. Yeka not wasting any time. She tosses that ball in right towards Sarah Stratigakis. Stratigakis passing the ball, looking for Loftman. However, it's going to be taken right away by Bowling Green. Bowling Green turning the ball back over, though. This is some sloppy play by both teams. This is DeVici now playing on the far sideline along with Aaliyah Martin. Martin now gets by one defender, passes it back up to DeVici. DeVici in towards Yeka. Yeka now pushing up with the defender right on her back. She's getting shoved around. Her pass over towards Nikki Hernandez is going to go just too far. Bowling Green now with no numbers at all. It's looking like a 1-on-7 here. They're eventually going to pull the ball back, but then kicks it deep through ball. One person slid past the Michigan defense unnoticed. That ball is eventually going to have to be kicked away by Aaliyah Martin. Martin eventually seeing the Bowling Green player running down that far sideline and able to clean that one up.
Yep, and that'll set up a throw-in here for Bowling Green about 4 yards up from the corner, so good scoring chance here. We'll see if they can make anything of it. A lot of Michigan defenders back in the 18-yard box, though.
Yep, 4 minutes elapsed here in this second half of first-round NCAA tournament action. This ball goes deep into the Michigan goal box. Some scary situation there. Eventually, it's going to be just booted off of Bowling Green player. It's going to be a goal kick from Hilary Beale.
So Michigan catching a bit of a break right there. That one could have easily gone a lot worse. Michigan really struggled to clear that scoring opportunity there for Bowling Green. Escape one, though, and they're still within one strike. Could tie this up at any moment and force overtime to try to win the opportunity to play in Lubbock or maybe Pepperdine if Pepperdine wins that. So a trip to Texas or SoCal probably sounds pretty good for a team from Ohio or Michigan at this point of the year.
Yeah, go get some warm weather. This goal kick from Beale is headed away by the Bowling Green Falcons. However, it's just cleaned back up by the Michigan Wolverines. This is now DeVici in control of the ball. She has space to work. She's going to push up and attempts to just dump that one off to Yeka. Yeka now in control of the ball, pushing up that far sideline. She swings the ball back over to Shepard. That's been a 1-2 defensive duo all year. Shepard swings it to Skylar Anderson now, who's now on this near sideline. Anderson's pass intended for Loftman is just going to be poked away by Bowling Green. This is going to be Washington now pushing up now. Washington was the one who scored that goal for the Bowling Green Falcons in that first half, looking to do some more damage. Defense applied there by Meredith Hawkinson. Hawkinson pushing up, forcing a pass there. Yeka now working a one-on-one. Able to force a pass. This is going to be Bowling Green now in control of the ball. This is going to be Mackenzie Ortman with the ball now at midfield. She swings the ball over to that far sideline, and Bowling Green again just playing their game, taking their time, passing the ball back over onto their half of the field. Saw that a lot out of Bowling Green in that first half, Daniel, just taking their time, being patient, waiting for a shot to occur.
And I don't think Bowling Green would mind 30 minutes just disappearing from the shot clock right now. There's 40 to go basically at this point. If they can make this game as short as possible by having really conservative possessions, dribbling and passing the ball around in the defensive rank, slowing their own possessions down, that's fine with them, and that improves their odds of escaping Ann Arbor with an upset.
That's going to be Kathleen Duvey, the goalkeeper for Bowling Green now with the ball. She's just going to swing that one up the far sideline. Bowling Green working one-on-one against Yeka, able to skirt past her. Is going to be that pass intercepted, though, by Brooke Seeley. Seeley now swinging the ball up the far sideline. That ball just kicked out of bounds. It's going to be Michigan possession, though. Bowling Green tried to pull a fast one, just get that ball up and throw it in. However, not going to sneak past the referees there. It's going to be a throw-in from DeVici on that far sideline.
And Michigan has yet to have a good scoring opportunity this half. We'll see if maybe now is the chance. They don't have to play panicked just yet, but if they continue to not get this goal, things are going to start getting a bit hurried and uncomfortable for Michigan as that throw-in goes right off ahead of Bowling Green and lands in the snow. Easy spot to retrieve. No need to chase the ball here when it gets stuck in that ice wall.
Yeah, it's going to be Aaliyah Martin now in control of the ball after the pass from DeVici. She swings the ball over to Sydney Shepard. Shepard with plenty of room to work, taking her time now, pushing up. She opts to pass the ball towards the middle, towards Meredith Hawkinson. Hawkinson now making two defenders miss. She swings the ball to Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez back towards Hawkinson with a nice scoring opportunity. However, she's going to pull the ball back and reset. This is going to be Aaliyah Martin. Martin now with a lofting kick towards the goal. This is going to be trying to clean up by Yeka. It's just going to go too far and sail out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick here for Kathleen Duvey.
And that ball was about one step ahead of Yeka the whole time it was in the air. She just could not get there in time for it. I think Hawkinson may have had a better chance to pass it on the ground to Yeka about 30 seconds before that loft, where she had her wide at the very corner of the 18-yard box, might have been able to break in and get a shot off. Ultimately, Michigan, I think still, they've been a bit too willing to pass the ball back a rank and set up when they should be trying to score immediately once they have it in their possession near the goal.
Yeah, Michigan now looking to be aggressive. However, it's taken away by Bowling Green. Bowling Green now pushing up. This is going to be number 7, Chelsea Washington, the one who scored that goal in that first half, pushing up now. She passes the ball over towards Katie Cox. Cox with a one-on-one against, looks like Skylar Anderson. However, that shot on goal from Cox is just going to be cleaned up by Hilary Beale. Nice defense there by Beale. Nice save.
And great teamwork by Bowling Green. Anderson is able to sneak past the last ranked Michigan defender on the near side of the field, knowing that they're not quite offsides because of the back defender way away from the ball, needed to get further up and push that offside trap. That allows Bowling Green to do a quick 1-2 and set up a clear shot on goal, just a bit too far though, and not placed well enough, making it ultimately in the end a pretty easy save for Beale.
Yes, it's going to be number 24 for Bowling Green, Lena Kovar, trying to pass that ball up the sideline, however, just kicked right into the stands by Meredith Hawkinson. Hawkinson with a nice recovery there on the defensive end. It's going to be Deiselhoff now for Bowling Green, looking for the throw-in. Her pass into 4 Michigan defenders is just taken away, but eventually booted back out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be called Michigan Vol as Skylar Anderson sets to throw the ball in here for Michigan.
And worth noting, I believe that was Hilary Beale's 4th save of the game. Right now, Bowling Green is yet to have a single save. Every single Michigan shot has just been a little bit too wide and ultimately resulted in 0 saves so far in this game for Bowling Green, who is still pitching a shutout through 55 minutes of play.
Yep, we're going to have a substitution here, the first of the second half for the Michigan Wolverines. Subbing in is going to be number 14, Danielle Wolf. Wolf was a force to be reckoned with all year. She even won Big Ten Freshman Player of the Year. Here we are set here. This is going to be Kovar and a free kick with Sarah Stratigakis standing in front of her. Kovar with a deep lofting kick towards the goal. It's going to be headed towards the corner with a nice diving save by Hilary Beale. However, she can't gain control. Nice sliding save there by Aaliyah Martin as Beale was on the ground, unable to get up. Nice teamwork there to forbid Bowling Green from scoring again. Hawkinson now looking to push the tempo. However, her pass intended for Loftman taken away.
Yep, a dangerous, slow-rolling shot at that low corner was able to trip up Beale enough where she could get the save, but not possession of the ball and let it roll dangerously through the 18-yard box before a Michigan clear.
Bowling Green really showing why they deserve a shot in this NCAA tournament. They've been aggressive all game long, starting to pick up the tempo even more after they hit the scoreboard. This ball is going to be just booted way out of bounds by Nikki Cox, way over the back wall. Not really sure what she was doing there, but it's going to be a Hilary Beale goal kick. She kicks the ball short and on the ground over towards Aaliyah Martin. Martin to Sealy. Sealy now swings the ball over to the far sideline to DeVici. DeVici passing the ball up, intended for Danielle Wolf. However, that ball is just going to go out of bounds way too early. Wolf unable to even do anything with that one.
Yep, that last Bowling Green shot was about 5 yards over the crossbar by the time it got there, so nothing doing on that one. But Bowling Green, a possession to go, showing really the virtue of hitting the ball into that low corner. It's not the most exciting place to place it, but even if it's a slower shot, it's hard for the keeper to get their arms all the way down to that low corner as long as you get it far enough away from their body. And right there, Beale struggled to get a hand on it, nearly resulted in a second and near back-breaking Bowling Green goal as we have 33 minutes to go in this game. 2-0 would be a pretty heavy task to come back from.
Yeah, as you say that, though, Daniel, it is only 1-0. Michigan only down 1 goal with 33 minutes left to play here. Plenty of time for the Wolverines to make an impact here in this game. It's going to be a throw-in from Deiselhoff for the Bowling Green Falcons on the Michigan half of the field. They're in Michigan's deep third. However, this is going to skirt by, and it's going to be Nikki Cox looking to make a shot on goal. However, it's going to be poked away by Aaliyah Martin. Martin now with a nice slide to kick that one out of bounds. Cox hits the ground there, but no whistle call. It's going to be another throw-in for Deiselhoff in the corner.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Sydney Shepard, that wasn't a great design play there from Bowling Green. Sydney Shepard, though, went to clear. The ball bounced just a little bit differently off her foot than she expected and snuck by her. Michigan, when they've got possession, which they've not had much of this half, needs to be willing to do things like that.
Yeah, possession in that first half was split evenly, 50-50%. However, Bowling Green really just dominating here in this start of the second half. 32 minutes left to play here, 13 minutes elapsed. This is going to be Lena Kovar from the corner for a corner kick for Bowling Green. This is going to be her 4th one of the day. Both teams packing the box here. Michigan trying to avoid another late goal from off this corner kick. This one is going to be just poked out of the box. Nothing really too scary there. However, this one is a shot from way deep from number 20, Mackenzie Ruber. However, that one hopper is just cleaned up easily by Beale. Not really sure what she was trying to do there. This is Loftman now, kicking the ball towards the center of the field for Hawkinson. Hawkinson dishes to Sealy, who gives it up to Stratigakis, who gives it right back to Hawkinson, working the triangle offense there. This is Loftman now with 3 defenders on her. She kicks the ball towards Skylar Anderson in the corner. Anderson, the freshman, looking to make something happen. Her pass towards the middle, off a Bowling Green player is going to be taken. There's a shot on goal by Hawkinson. However, it just goes just over the top of the bar. Missed that one by about a foot.
Yep, that one was a mere couple dozen inches or so from going underneath that crossbar and tying this game up. And that's what I was talking about. Michigan had a crossing ball that wasn't perfect, went right into the chest of a defender, but ultimately was not corralled by that defender. Michigan forward got there and set up the shot. Get balls toward the net, and you never know what could happen. Just create chaos in front of that goal. Michigan does so on that possession. Still, though, has not forced Bowling Green to make a save, as that shot was it was like a speeding bullet, but just ever so slightly off target, and Bowling Green maintains the lead.
This is going to be a goal kick from Kathleen Doobie over towards midfield. However, just going to be poked right away by Michigan. This is going to be Loftman in control of the ball, who just gives it right over towards Nikki Cox towards the Falcons. However, Skylar Anderson able to retain control of the ball for the Michigan Wolverines. Nice recovery there. Anderson over towards Aaliyah Martin. Martin to the far sideline towards DeVici. DeVici now pushing up towards midfield with a head of steam. She's going to pull up a little bit, take her foot off the gas. She swings the ball up to Stratigakis. Stratigakis now looking for Meredith Hawkinson. However, it's just going to be cleared way out by Deiselhoff. It's just eventually Aaliyah Martin looked like she wanted to just let that one go out of bounds, but she's going to keep that one inbounds and keep the game rolling. Her pass intended for DeVici is just going to be booted out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in here. DeVici now weighing her options, looking for somebody to pass the ball into. She takes a couple steps like she's going to throw in, then pulls back. She eventually just tosses it lightly to Nikki Hernandez, who kicks it right back. The ball is now in control of Aaliyah Martin. Martin now over towards DeVici, again passing the ball up to Nikki Hernandez with a nice move there to get past her defender. However, Bowling Green just kind of out-muscles with 3 defenders there, and he's able to take the ball away from Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez attempts a slide tackle, but that's going to be no good as her offensive player just gets by her. This is going to be a deep kick by Doovie. It's going to be into the hands of Michigan. Loftman cleans that one up. It's going to be Aaliyah Martin now. Martin over to Shepard. Shepard swings the ball over towards the near sideline. Not really sure what she was trying to do with that one there. It looked like a little mishap there as that ball almost went out of bounds in front of the Michigan bench. Michigan still in control of the ball, though, and just as I say that, Nikki Cox able to take that one away, who gives the ball right back to Sydney Shepard. Seen a lot of that all game, Daniel. Both teams just giving the ball back and forth to each other. Quick turnover successions right back to back to back.
Yep, this has really been Bowling Green's half so far, as we're about 15 minutes through it, and which has been a bit surprising. Michigan came out hot to start the first half, and then it really turned into back-to-back. Michigan now finally finding their footing in the second half. Bowling Green certainly came with the momentum out of the tunnel in the second half, but they really have brought this to a back-and-forth game again, and that's what they'll need in order to tie this one up, because right now they are still hungry for a goal, have yet to get a shot on goal. They had that one that went off the post, and everyone in the stadium thought it was good. Turned out to be just a little bit too wide, and Michigan still searching to get on the scoreboard.
Michigan now looking to push the tempo. They're being aggressive here, running around, looking to make something happen. This is DeVici who passes the ball over to Loftman. Loftman now the through ball over towards Brooke Seeley. However, it's going to go just too wide and going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick here for Kathleen Doovie. Michigan unable to capitalize on what could have been a potential scoring opportunity. That pass from Loftman just goes too fast and too far for Brooke Seeley to be able to handle that one.
Yet again, Michigan, another shot that's too wide, too high. Still no shots on goal. And, I mean, you just can't win a game without a shot on goal. I guess you could get an own goal or something to go your way. But Michigan had a penalty kick even very early in this one and couldn't convert that one. That one also went low and wide.
Just over an hour elapsed here in this NCAA first-round tournament play for the Michigan Wolverines. This is going to be Meredith Hawkinson passing the ball up to Brooke Seeley. Seeley now over to Danielle Wolf, the freshman. Wolf getting her first real touches of the second half, looking to do some damage. She kicks the ball over towards the goal. However, it's going to be taken away by Bowling Green, who gets it right back. Skylar Anderson now in control of the ball, the other freshman. Her pass over the far side. It's going to be Nikki Hernandez with a shot on goal. This one, again, just going behind the net. Just as similar one that Loftman had earlier. Fans cheering because they thought it went in, but that's just going to ricochet off that snowbank right next to the goal and end up behind.
This one at least doesn't trick the scoreboard operator, where we had the big lights goal flashing in front of this home crowd here for a moment early on in the first half. That one, it was a perfect setup, and I think all the defenders kind of froze for a second watching because Michigan was going to have a chance to boot that ball out of midair and into the net. Ultimately goes a little bit wide and ricochets off the back wall, hitting the back side of the net, tricking a couple of fans, but ultimately that one still no good. Michigan misses on another great scoring chance.
Duvey's goal kick goes right into the possession of the Michigan Wolverines. It's going to be Hawkinson now working with 2 defenders on her. Now 3 defenders on her. Bowling Green's eventually just going to kick that one out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick here. Skylar Anderson, the freshman, number 5, is going to take this one in the corner. Anderson now taking her time, just kicks that one short and on the ground. Going to go right into the possession of Brooke Seeley, who gets it right back. Skylar Anderson now passing towards the middle of the field, intended for Riley Loftman. However, that ball is just going to get poked out by a Bowling Green defender. Michigan now taking their time, bringing the ball back over the midfield. It's going to be Aaliyah Martin now with the ball. She's pushing up towards the middle with 3 defenders surrounding her. She passed the ball over to Sarah Stratigakis, who can't handle that one. That ball is going to get turned over now. This is going to be Cox in control of the ball. Cox passing up. Looking to the far sideline. She passes the ball over to Deiselhoff now, unable to keep that one in your own control. This is Meredith Hawkinson. Hawkinson now swinging over towards Loftman. Loftman up the far sideline towards Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez looking for Stratigakis. Stratigakis kicks that one by. That's going to be a goal! Looks like from number 14, Danielle Wolf, able to clean that one up on the shot from Nikki Hernandez. Wolf with a goal. That's going to tie that one up, ladies and gentlemen, with 25-23 left to play here in this first half.
And just the perfect through ball. The keeper had to come up and play that one. Ultimately, just not long enough for the keeper to get there. Michigan gets the shot on goal. It's deflected, but ultimately finds its way into trouble and through that, and with the connecting flight through that collision right in front of the net, lands in the back of the net. Michigan ties this game with just 25 minutes to go.
Yeah, great string of events there. Nice through ball from Nikki Hernandez over to Sarah Stratigakis. Stratigakis with a nice play, nice shot on goal to get the goalie to have to dive, and that shot ricocheted over and pinned in the back of the net by Danielle Wolf, similar to the one we saw the other day in the Big Ten quarterfinal game against Maryland. Wolf had a goal in that game, very similar to that one. Just like that, the game is tied up. If you're just joining us here, ladies and gentlemen, the Michigan Wolverines and Danielle Wolf have just scored to tie this one up with 25 minutes left to play here in this first half. 1-1 is the score. We're going to have another substitution here for Bowling Green. Looks like number 8, Katie Cox, is going to take a seat, and number 4, Kennedy White, is going to come back into this one.
As Michigan maybe might be making some adjustments for a new tie ball game rather than a deficit, might be a bit more defensive-minded now. These games will go to overtime, and if there is no score through 2 overtime periods, will go to a shootout. So you want to stay tuned for that. That's in play. Of course, no ties in the NCAA tournament.
Yep, somebody has to win, somebody has to advance. We're going to have a foul call here. Looks like it's going to be on Kennedy White, who just came in. It's going to be a free kick here. Going to be Aaliyah Martin taking this one just over midfield. Martin with a short kick on the ground over towards Skylar Anderson, who passes over to Hawkinson. Hawkinson now with a little fake kick and tries to kick it back towards Anderson, but Bowling Green's just going to boot that one right out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be a throw-in here from the corner. Not quite a corner kick. Meredith Hawkinson now control the ball with 2 defenders on her. She swings the ball intended for Loftman, but Bowling Green's just going to take this one away. This is going to be number 5, Nikita Jacob, pushing the ball up now. Her pass intended far on this sideline, intended for Kennedy White. The new substitution is going to go out of bounds. Just going to be a throw-in here for Skylar Anderson. Anderson now with a deep toss over towards Danielle Wolf, who just scored, with a nice pass over to Meredith Hawkinson. Hawkinson trying to do something fancy there. However, the ball just gets stripped away. But Bowling Green turns the ball right back over as Skylar Anderson makes a nice defensive play. Both teams getting physical, but the referee's letting both teams play here. No real foul calls on a lot of this contact. Danielle Wolf with a little shove on a Bowling Green player. It's going to eventually lead to a turnover as Aaliyah Martin cleans this one up. She kicks the ball back over towards Hilary Beale, the goalkeeper. Beale's going to reset with a short kick on the ground over towards Brooke Seeley. Seeley now passing to this far side, or this near sideline rather, towards Skylar Anderson. Anderson now has plenty of space to work. However, she's not gonna push the tempo. She's going to take her time and look for a nice option. She swings the ball to Hawkinson, who swings the ball back over to Seeley. Seeley now inside over towards Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez really started that attack on the goal-scoring drive a couple minutes ago. However, she can't handle that one. That ball is just going to ricochet off her leg, but be cleaned up by Davici, the Michigan player. Sarah Stratigakis now in control of the ball. She swings the ball to Seeley. Seeley now with a shot on goal off the post. Michigan's going to retain control. Nice. What a shot from way out by Brooke Seeley. Way out, probably 10 yards outside that 18-yard box. Just line drive ricochets off the goal post. Michigan fans going crazy here in the stands. That was about 3 inches away from putting Michigan in the lead.
And you could feel the anticipation in the air in the stadiums. Everyone knew there was a clear shot at the goal, and boy, was that nearly a perfect shot.
This is Davici now in control of the ball, taking her own shot. She kicks the ball. That ball curving towards the corner. Her hope is going to be cleaned up by Kathleen Duvey. Nice save there. Michigan getting aggressive here, trying to put this one away with 20 minutes left to play here in this first half.
Yep, ultimately that ball being put at just a couple inches overhead level, which isn't exactly where you want it. That doesn't make the keeper have to move too far with her legs and her hands. You really want to get the ball low or really near that crossbar to make the keeper have to both move her feet to get in position and hands to get it high or low. Nonetheless, Michigan looking a lot better offensively here and having some life, dialing up the pressure on Bowling Green and really making Bowling Green feel like they are one mistake away from being down in this game and just a few minutes away from elimination.
And they really are one mistake from being down in this game. They turn the ball right over to Meredith Hawkinson. Hawkinson now with an attempt. She shoots the ball towards the goal. It's going to be just kind of clipped up in the air, though, on a last-second defensive effort. Looked by Chelsea Washington, able to just kick that ball right into the clutches of Kathleen Duvey, her teammate, the goalkeeper.
Yep, really a last-second stab at the ball by Washington pays off and gets there right in the nick of time to harmlessly deflect that ball away. That could have been the one that put Michigan ahead, and it really does feel like the Wolverines have all the momentum right now.
Just as we say that, Bowling Green tries to come down on a fast break. They look like they have an opportunity now. This is going to be a one-on-one. What a save by Hilary Beale coming up as Chelsea Washington unable to put that one in the back of the net.
Absolutely fearless by Beale, and now a foul's been called against Bowling Green, so Michigan can recover their emotions here and retake possession, as Beale saw immediately that last wall of the Michigan defense was going to be penetrated, and she had to come up and make that play herself. Cuts off the angle for a shot and sends the desperate poke at the ball way back the other direction, saving what would have been a back-breaking 2-1 lead for Bowling Green with just over 20 minutes to play.
Beale walking with a little bit of swagger after that one, after the great save. Michigan bench and the stands going crazy. Michigan now pushing the ball up, using that momentum. It's going to be Sarah Stratigakis crossing over one defender. She swings the ball over to Brooke Seeley. Seeley now with another shot on goal. However, it's just going to right at Kathleen Duvey. Nothing really too special there. Michigan looking like they're gaining momentum, gaining some speed. The fans really getting into this one. Have a packed house tonight for it only being 29 degrees here in Ann Arbor. Bowling Green now pushing up this near sideline. This is going to be Kovar. Kovar pass intended for Deiselhoff, taken away by Skylar Anderson. Anderson now up to Loftman. Loftman taking her time, passes the ball up to Stratigakis. Stratigakis now making one defender miss, making another defender miss. Kicks the ball over to Loftman. Loftman working towards the corner with two defenders on her. She's a little dish-off pass to Meredith Hawkinson. Hawkinson blows by two defenders, driving towards the middle. That ball is just going to be kicked out of bounds by Kovar. It's going to be a goal kick here for Riley Loftman. Loftman here with this goal kick in the corner. That's going to be her second of the game. Both teams starting to pack the box. Michigan looking to capitalize here and try to put this one away with 18:45 left to play here in this second half. Loftman with a deep lofting kick towards the goal. A header by Nikki Hernandez is just going to go up and over the goal by about 5 to 6 feet. Can't really capitalize on that one. Hernandez a little slow to get up. She kind of fell awkwardly, limping a little bit. Looks like she's going to play through this one, though.
Yep, that one getting high enough. I think it went behind the back wall and just kind of rolled off into the Ann Arbor night, but they've got plenty of these orange balls here when needed. Looks like it won't be a goal kick. They actually called a penalty against Michigan. It's a free kick for Bowling Green, but still 18 minutes to go in this one. We'll see if anyone can break the deadlock.
It's going to be Kathleen Duvey giving it up the far sidelines towards Cox. That ball is going to ricochet off of Davici and just go right into the Bowling Green possession again. We're going to have substitutions for both teams here. We're going to have 3 players coming in for the Bowling Green Falcons. We're going to have number 19, Sophia Barnes, number Like we said, number 25 is going to take a seat. Number 9, Natalie Cox, and number 2, Deiselhoff are all going to take a seat as substitutions come in for them. And for the Michigan Wolverines, number 10, Hannah Blake is going to check in. And just like that, Blake already making an impact, forcing a turnover there, or forcing that ball out of bounds, rather. It's still going to be Bowling Green possession, though, on this throw-in, defended by Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez applying some pressure here. This pass up the far sideline for Bowling Green is just going to be poked away by Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez, though, unable to pass to anybody on the Michigan team, just going to give that ball back over towards the Bowling Green side. This is Hawkinson and Danielle Wolf both applying defensive pressure now. This is number 19, Barnes, the new substitution. We're going to have a whistle call. Looks like it's going to be a foul call on number 7, Meredith Hawkinson, as she was applying defense towards Barnes. Michigan fans and Hawkinson alike both unhappy with that one. The referee and Hawkinson exchanging some words. Hawkinson kind of confused about what she did. This is going to be a free kick from Kovar right at midfield. Kovar backing up, taking her time. This kick just right to Hawkinson. Not really sure what she was trying to do with that one. Cleaned up by Hannah Blake. Blake making an impact here after the substitution. Hawkinson now pushing up towards Loftman, towards the middle of the field. That ball just goes too far into the clutches of the Bowling Green Falcons. That ball taken away by Nikita Jacob. Jacob, though, gives it right back to Loftman after the turnover over towards Danielle Wolf. Danielle Wolf using her big frame to box out that defender, playing real physical. That's been her game all season. This is going to be Sydney Shepard in control of the ball now. Shepard up the far sidelines toward DeVici. That ball is just going to be booted out of bounds by Bowling Green. DeVici is going to be there to clean that one up and throw the ball in here. Weighing her options, it intends to shoot for Nikki Hernandez. That pass is going to be taken away, though, as Hernandez just gets shoved to the ground. Bowling Green now pushing the ball up. It's going to be Chelsea Washington trying to make something happen. She passes the ball up over towards Cox. Cox is just going to get that ball taken away from her, though. Aaliyah Martin on the nice defense there. Hawkinson is going to push the ball back up now. Michigan now control the ball. Michigan, who lacked time of possession early, is really starting to pick it up here in the tail end of this second half. This is going to be Skylar Anderson now pushing up with the defender right on her back. She decides to pull this one out and swing it back over towards Loftman. Loftman with a nice dish to Hawkinson. Hawkinson with a nice little flip-up pass, going to be headed away by Bowling Green, but right back to Hawkinson. This is going to be Brooke Seeley now. Seeley's pass over towards Loftman is going to be taken away by Chelsea Washington. But Washington gives that one right back to Michigan, kicks it right into the clutches of Aaliyah Martin. Martin now over towards DeVici. DeVici with a nice through ball attempt, or center, is just going to be poked away by Bowling Green. It's going to be a corner kick for Riley Loftman. Michigan fans starting to stomp their hands and clap their feet and get loud as they try to gain some more momentum with 14 minutes and 32 seconds left to play here in this second half.
It's go time for the Wolverines. 14 minutes plus OT to go. When you have all the momentum on your side, you really don't want PKs, and you'd really love to end it on your terms while you still have that momentum. 14 minutes for the go-ahead for Michigan.
This is Loftman now with the corner kick towards the middle. It's going to go off number 14 for Bowling Green. Looks like that one's going to go off. Sorry, it's going to go off. Looked like number 24. It's going to go off Kovar, sorry. Speaking of Kovar, she just kicks this one way deep. Almost goes out of bounds, however, it's going to stay in. It's going to be cleaned up by Aaliyah Martin. Martin just kicks this one out of the stadium, though, to avoid the fast break opportunity for Bowling Green.
Yep, that one lands right on top of the snow mountain, then rolls all the way back onto the field of play.
We're going to have some substitutions here for Bowling Green. Number 9, Nikki Cox, and number 11, Kristen Tyvett are both going to substitute back in. Coming in for number 20, Mackenzie Ruber, and number 12, Sarah Allen for the Bowling Green Falcons. This throw-in just goes right into the hands of Aaliyah Martin, able to steal that one away. Martin looking for Meredith Hawkinson deep down the field, however, just going to go way over her head. This one cleaned right up by Bowling Green. This pass over towards Duvey, the goalkeeper. She's going to try to punt this one away, but just kicks that one way too high in the air. Michigan able to retain control. But Bowling Green, just as I say that, takes the ball back, and then they turn the ball back over. Like I said, that's happened so much in this game. Both teams just give the ball back and forth real quick to each other. Way too many turnovers than either team would like. And just as I say that again, another turnover as Skylar Anderson kicks that ball right over towards Alexis Miller.
And it's been a lot of back and forth, as you've mentioned. This game is likely headed toward OT, so we'll see if maybe fatigue comes into effect at all. You do get unlimited substitutions in college soccer, so that'll make it a little bit less grueling than playing a full club soccer or international match, plus 30 more minutes. So that will help these players out a little bit, but fatigue certainly will become a factor here, as they've been having to sprint back and forth between both sides all game long.
As we say that, we're going to have a whistle, and it's going to be, looks like a free kick from Sydney Shepard here right at midfield. However, she's going to opt not to take that one. It's going to be Aaliyah Martin now. Clock ticks just under 12 minutes here. The score, if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, is still tied 1-1. Bowling Green able to get the momentum going into the half. They're going into the half up 1-0 as Chelsea Washington scored at the 38-minute mark. However, just a few minutes ago, your very own number 14, Danielle Wolf, Big Ten Freshman Player of the Year, was able to put one in the back of the net for the Michigan Wolverines to tie this one up.
Big moment for the freshman, trying to keep her first season in Ann Arbor alive. It's win or go home. I guess stay home for Michigan right now, but they are battling for the right to make it to Lubbock or Pepperdine for the second round of the tournament here in the Chapel Hill Regional. Final Four is in San Jose, should Michigan win 4 more games.
This is Sophia Barnes now in control of the ball. She kicks the ball way back towards Doobie. Doobie's just going to reset here. Her kick right into the hands, or feet rather, of Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez now takes a shot on goal way out!
Goodness.
What a shot by Nikki Hernandez! Able to capitalize off the poor throw-in by Doobie. Hernandez just being ultra aggressive, kicks that one and just lofts it up over the goalkeeper's head. That's going to put Michigan up 2-1 here with 11 minutes on the dot left to play in this first game of the NCAA tournament.
And I was half a second away from interjecting and say that was a careless decision. Should have taken the time to possess that ball and set up a real shot. I don't know how much she's been practicing that one. That is excruciatingly difficult at times to really know what you're doing with that ball when you play it out of the air like that. Ultimately, that was perfectly placed, and just a moment before that win, everyone realized that was over the keeper but below the crossbar. What a shot with 11 minutes to go on the dot to go ahead in this one, and now Michigan is 11 minutes of good defense away from winning an NCAA tournament game.
Yeah, Hernandez, the junior, able to put that one back in the net. Looking to continue her junior season here at Michigan. And as the Michigan Wolverines celebrate, we had a substitution. Number 8, Sarah Stratigakis, is going to sub back in for number 14, Danielle Wolf. She's going to take a seat after pinning that first goal, that tying goal in for the Michigan Wolverines.
Important note here, as we might be looking forward to what Michigan's future is. They're just underway in Lubbock. Texas Tech is already up 1-0 on Pepperdine. Should Pepperdine win, Michigan actually would get another home game, and we probably will have that for you here on WCBN Sports should Michigan be the home team. But likely it's going to be Texas Tech, and Michigan is battling for a trip to Lubbock right now.
Yep, this is going to be a throw-in from Skylar Anderson, just poked right back out of bounds by Sophia Barnes. Anderson's going to have another throw-in here over midfield. She's weighing her options. Throws a couple pump fakes in there before eventually chucking it deep, intended for Sarah Stratigakis, and that's going to be Kovar, who just kicks that one up into the stands. Fans getting a bunch of temporary souvenirs as they have to catch that ball and then throw it right back. It's a good story to tell, though.
Yeah, if you at least get the ball for a few passing moments. Although it is actually Supreme Court ruling that you're allowed to keep balls to come to you in during sports matches. A lot of leagues just ignore that, but you could take that to court if you really held on to that ball.
This is Loftman now with a cross over to Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez again with a shot on goal. That one deflected away by Doobie. Doobie's deflection almost cleaned up by Sarah Stratigakis. However, Stratigakis just too short. Michigan almost piled on another goal there. Another aggressive shot by Nikki Hernandez. She's really found herself here in this second half.
Yep, and Michigan was moments away from getting that cleanup deflection into the goal and ending this at 3-1. About 2 steps away from being right there for the putback, and that's what I meant about Michigan, just getting shots on net, seeing what happens. Very close right there from the back-breaking 3-1 lead. Still, though, Michigan, they could be parking the bus right now and trying to get away with a 2-1 lead with just 11 minutes to go. Now 9 with 2 minutes having passed since they took the lead. But they have remained with their foot on the pedal looking for one more to really put this game away.
Yeah, you've seen that from Michigan all season. They've never really taken a park the bus mentality. As soon as they've gotten up, they've just kept their foot on the gas, looking to put it away even more. As I say that, it's going to be Loftman in control of the ball, passing the ball up to Hannah Blake. Blake now with 2 defenders on her, just kind of getting pushed around. However, he's kind of a bend, not break player. That ball eventually poked away. But Bowling Green just turning it right over. Skylar Anderson able to clean that one up off the deflection from Aaliyah Martin. Anderson's pass over towards Brooke Seeley. Seeley now taking her time, swings the ball over to the far sideline. Intended for Nikki Hernandez. That one's going to go too far out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in here for Bowling Green. We're going to have 2 more substitutions, 1 for each team. Number 12 for Bowling Green, Sarah Allen's going to sub in for number 23, Lindsay Spots. And for your Michigan Wolverines, number 10, Hannah Blake's going to take a seat. And subbing in for her is going to be the freshman, number 14, Danielle Wolf. Michigan able to steal that ball away off Bowling Green's throw-in. However, Sydney Shepard's just going to kick that one deep up into the snowbank. And Bowling Green just going to get another throw-in opportunity here. If you are just joining us, folks, just a few minutes ago, Nikki Hernandez, the junior midfielder, put a goal in the back of the net to bring your Michigan Wolverines up 2-1. Wolverines went into halftime down 1-0 after a first-half goal by number 7 on the Bowling Green Falcons, Chelsea Washington. As I say that, Washington with a nice through ball up the sideline. This is going to be a scoring opportunity for Bowling Green. However, they just kind of give that one away as they kick it right to the Michigan Wolverines. That ball, another center, looks like it's going to go off somebody's head. Couldn't tell which team. It's just going to go out of bounds. It's going to look like another goal kick here for Hilary Beale.
Yep, as the ball crosses the end line. That was a dangerous headering opportunity, not far from the goal at all. Ultimately, Bowling Green was unable to direct that in the exact direction of the goal. So Michigan survives a close one. I think that might have been worthy of an offside. We've yet to see that be called at all today on that initial through ball that set up the header. Nonetheless, that's in the past. It doesn't matter because Bowling Green didn't score anyway. But 6 minutes to go, and that was Bowling Green's first pulse that we felt in like 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, really the first time Bowling Green's really seemed dangerous in this half at all. Like I said, 84 out of the 90 minutes in this game have elapsed so far. Your Michigan Wolverines are up 2-1 here. This is NCAA women's soccer coverage here on WCBN. Bowling Green now pushing the ball up. A little scuffle for the ball. Both teams rattling around. It's going to be Aaliyah Martin kicks the ball just right into the face of Riley Loftman. Loftman seems okay, though. Danielle Wolf now being aggressive, pushing up, showing off her speed. It's going to be Deiselhoff with a deep kick towards the goal. It's going to be cleaned up by Hilary Beale. Just lets that one bounce off her test before picking that one up.
Not sure why she didn't pick that one out of the air. It wasn't a pass from a teammate. It was a shot from the opposition, but ultimately she got wise and picked that up before a Bowling Green forward tested whether or not she would.
This is Skylar Anderson now passing the ball up towards Danielle Wolf. Wolf with a through ball intended for Sarah Stratigakis. Stratigakis is just going to kind of get boxed out there as Kathleen Duvey cleans that one up for Bowling Green. Michigan leading the shot battle 12-10 and also leading on the scoreboard 2-1 here. So we're just under 5 minutes left to play here. This is going to be a punt from Duvey. Bounces back. This is going to be Stratigakis now looking. She's going to gain some speed. We're going to have a whistle. It's going to be an offsides call, it looks like. And Bowling Green's going to retain possession here. Around the world of Michigan sports here, just some quick update. Michigan Wolverines just won a basketball game 70-50 over the Elon Phoenix.
Yeah, about a mile north on State Street. That one just went down in Chrysler. So Michigan trying to go 2-0 on Friday night, heading into the big matchup with Michigan State tomorrow morning.
Here we go with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to play here. Bowling Green's going to look to throw the ball in. It's going to be number 11, Kristen Tyvett, looking for the throw in here. She just gives the ball quick in towards number 12, Sarah Allen. Allen passes the ball back. This is going to be Kovar. Kovar's pass over towards intended for Deiselhoff. It's just going to be booted out of bounds by Skylar Anderson. Nice play there by the freshman. Deiselhoff with the throw in here. She swings the ball back over towards Kovar. Pressure applied by Meredith Hawkinson. That ball is just going to roll towards Duvey, the goalie, who gives the ball back up. This is going to be Nikki Cox. Her pass intended for number 7, Chelsea Washington. Washington known to be dangerous. She's the one who scored in that first half for Bowling Green. Bowling Green now gaining some momentum, getting into the 18-yard box now. They don't little shot on goal here. It's going to be deflected away, though. Doesn't even get to Hilary Beale. This is going to be retained by number 14, Danielle Wolf now. Aaliyah Martin with some great defense there around the goal box. Just really not even giving Hilary Beale a chance. Beale able to just chill in the back of the goal as Martin kicks that one deep and away. 3 minutes left to play here. Time is really running out here for the Bowling Green Falcons as Michigan looks to capitalize on every little mistake they make. It's going to be Hilary Beale. She's just going to waste some time and pick that one up.
Yep, smart there. Don't get the ball in your hands just yet, so you can use all 6 seconds you're allowed to hold it for. She dribbles the ball, nonchalantly communicates to teammates so she can absorb every second on this clock.
Deep, super high punt from Beale. Eventually just gets cleaned up by Hernandez. Hernandez gets thrown to the ground again, something we've seen all game. It's going to be a sprint for the ball towards the corner between Mackenzie Ruber and Danielle Wolf. Ruber eventually just kicks that one out of bounds.
And great job. Michigan not only gets possession way in the back corner, but they killed a lot of time with that one little flick of the ankle to send that ball into the back corner. That's going to eat up at least 30 seconds of clock and bring the ball even further away from an equalizer. So Michigan just 130 seconds to kill at this point.
Yeah, Danielle Wolf taking her sweet time, walking over towards that ball to throw it in. That ball is going to rattle off somebody. It looks like it's going to be a Bowling Green throw-in. Bowling Green really trying to push the tempo here. They're going to need to with 1 minute and 50 seconds left to play here in this second half and in the game. Bowling Green now tries to kick the ball up the field. It's going to go off Danielle Wolf and just ricochet out of the stadium. Nikki Hernandez now applying defense. Bowling Green with 1 minute and 40 seconds left here to make something happen. However, that ball is just turned right over to Loftman. Loftman just boots this one high and out of bounds again, looking to waste as much time as possible.
Yep, and she hurried that pass. A clean one could have gotten the ball to her teammate in space with room to dribble and maybe burnt up even more clock before Bowling Green takes over. Don't want to hurry anything here if you're Michigan.
Bowling Green now with the ball with 1 minute and 15 seconds left to play. This one taken away by Meredith Hawkinson. Nice defensive effort there by Hawkinson. Tries to shoot that ball towards the goal as Doovie was pushing up to try and help.
So it's taken Bowling Green over a minute and a half now to try to get the ball out of their own half of the field and even think about scoring, as we have just crossed the minute mark.
Bowling Green finally gets the ball over midfield, but just kicked right back onto their side by Skylar Anderson up to Sarah Strategakis. Strategakis now just kicks that one on a short, slow roller towards the goal. It's going to be headed by a Bowling Green player and cleaned up by Aaliyah Martin. Michigan still in control of the ball. It's Nikki Hernandez now. She passes over towards Aaliyah Martin. Martin now just boots the ball down the field, and kind of icing style in hockey. With 30 seconds left to play here in this first round matchup of the NCAA tournament. Michigan still in control of the ball, playing really well. It's going to be Nikki Hernandez kicking that one, slowing on the ground. We're going to have
two balls on
the field.
And Bowling Green just took the one that was not the ball on play. I guess they waited for that one to roll out, so it's an easy goal kick. But whatever, goal kick now for Bowling Green with 8 seconds.
5 seconds left to play here. Bowling Green looking to make one last-ditch effort, and that ball is going to be no good. Michigan rallies here in this second half, able to put 2 goals in the back of the net to take this first-round matchup of the NCAA tournament. Goals supplied by number 20, Nikki Hernandez, the junior, and the freshman, number 14, Danielle Wolf. Michigan went into the halftime down 1-0, Daniel, but was able to regain momentum and supply 2 goals to get the win here in Ann Arbor.
And I think the ultimate difference between the halves is shots. Michigan had 4 shots going into halftime, ended up the game with 12. There was about a 10-minute stretch there. They came out really slow to start the second half, but they turned the tide, and there was about a 10-minute stretch where Michigan just seemed to have the ball pushing the 18-yard box every single second of that game. They were getting shots off left and right, and eventually one gimme right in front of the net after the keeper was forced to come out and play the ball. A good cross allowed for an easy tap-in for Michigan, and then followed up by one of the most impressive goals I've seen lately, with just beautifully picking that ball out of the air and tapping it just over the keeper's head into the goal. Those are the 2 that broke Bowling Green's back. Just an impressive turnaround for Michigan, dominating the final 30 minutes of that game and separating themselves from Bowling Green. They win 2-1, 4-1 on aggregate on the season against Bowling Green. Won 2-0 back in Ann Arbor in September, and they are on to the second round. They will face either Pepperdine here in Ann Arbor or more likely the 4 seed in the region, Texas Tech down in Lubbock. Should North Carolina win, Michigan will be going. They are the host of this region. Michigan will actually be going to Chapel Hill for the second round. So games are on campus sites, but I guess after North Carolina wins their first round game, that confirms the rest of their home games will be at Chapel Hill. So Michigan, either way, gets out of the cold and then earns a trip south of the Mason-Dixon line later this week to play the second round game of this NCAA tournament.
Yeah, Michigan really stepped it up on the defensive end in that second half. We had 6 saves by Hilary Beale, an outstanding feat today from her. Michigan, as they come and do the Michigan fight song right here in front of the stands. Hail to the victors. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight here in Ann Arbor for this first round coverage of the women's soccer NCAA tournament. Your Michigan Wolverines pulled out the W here in a 2-1 victory against the Bowling Green Falcons. Goals supplied by number 14, Daniel Wolf, and number 20, Nikki Hernandez. This has been women's soccer coverage here on WCBN Sports. I am Charlie Brigham, joined by my co-host Daniel Thompson. And just as always, we will leave you with a good night and go blue.